Good afternoon, it's Gabe Zollner. I'd like to take a few minutes, if I can, and talk about a couple of issues that might be of interest to you. The first one is to deal with what the talking heads are saying are critical for anyone to be elected. They have to win certain key states: Pennsylvania, Virginia, Ohio. Now, what's interesting with those three particular states, there are others, but what's interesting with those three particular states is that they have a large dependency on one specific industry. Now, that industry has been pretty much decimated by the EPA with regards to the coal industry. There's such severe restrictions that the administration has placed on that industry that they're pretty much out of business. There's literally thousands and thousands of people that worked in that industry within those two states, specifically Pennsylvania and Ohio, that are no longer working. Now, Virginia is an interesting state as well. As we all know, the Obama administration has sent out notices to some very large companies that employ hundreds, if not thousands, or hundreds of thousands of people within those states. And that industry deals with military and services and products that are manufactured for the military. There's a law that states that if a company has in excess of 100 employees and they intend to lay people off, they have to give them 2 months' notice. Now, needless to say, being this close to the presidential election, the last thing that Obama or his administration want is to have citizens in Virginia receive these kinds of notices. So what they've done is they've reached out to a number of these large companies, and what they've assured them with is that we know you're going to get sued if you lay people off, but not to worry, we'll pay for it. Well, the problem is, who's the we? The we is you and me. The we is us. The we is the citizens, the taxpayers. That's who will pay for it. The other thing I'd like to spend a few minutes, if we could, to discuss has to do with the unemployment numbers. The talking heads have said many, many times that no one's ever been elected to the office of the presidency if unemployment is above 8%. Well, for, I think, the majority of this year, it hovered around 8.2, 8.3%. And miraculously, just recently, as I believe last week, it hit a low of 7.8. When Obama took office, unemployment was at 7.9. So once again, intervention stepped in, and amazingly enough, unemployment is now at 7.8. But what's really, I think, interesting is how they obtained that number. They did a random survey. They called 50,000 phone numbers, and they determined by speaking to those people as to what their status was. Now, if the person said that they're selling Amway, they're selling Mary Kay, they're selling any one of hundreds upon hundreds of products that people try to make a living at when they don't have employment, they consider them employed. Well, there's a lot of problems with that. Those people generally don't pay into Social Security. They don't pay into income tax. They don't pay any of the federal taxes. So how could they be considered to be unemployed? When you're employed, then what you're doing is contributing by paying into the federal government. You're paying your dues. You're paying your responsible taxes. These people, in most cases, aren't. So how could they be considered to be employed? If the real number were to be made available, it's probably, if not higher than 20%. And that takes into consideration, again, all the people that are dropping off because they're so discouraged they can't find work, or all the people that have accepted positions that are way below what they're used to earning, but they have no choice. It's a matter of survival. If we want to continue on this road of disaster, we vote for Obama. But if we want to save America for our children and for their children, we vote for Romney. The choice is yours, because you're the ultimate one that's going to be responsible for your decision. I hope you make the right one. Thank you.